All right, guys, so I just finished doing my first run of Gamma 4.5. So in this video, I'm going to show you how that went. Wasn't great. I'm going to talk to you about my thoughts on it. And most importantly, is it worth it? And I came to the conclusion in this video that it's absolutely worth it. At the end of the video, if you just want to skip to some recommended teams, I did make recommended teams for all the sections. I'll talk about them and why I think that is the case. But my big recommendation I'll also make over there because I want you to watch the whole video. So let's go do that. Check the timestamps if you don't want to watch the whole video because... All right, guys, so we're doing Gamma 4.5. Now, we're not going to be doing the whole lane because I don't have enough cores to max that out. But I am in a section that is questionable. I am in the far right section, so we're going to do at least all the way up to the Pimtech stuff. And then in this video, I'm going to give you my suggestions on characters I would use if I had unlimited resources for any of these sections, and then we'll talk about how worthwhile it is to do 4.5 Gamma. It's a no-brainer to do 4.5 on Alpha and Beta, and we'll talk about that a little bit too. But let's jump into it. First things first, I'm actually not going to auto these nodes. Normally I would, and I still think I could. But let's go ahead and play it out. So we're going to be doing Bionic Avengers into the first Avengers node. Now, this section must be quite easy, because you have your full Young Avenger team, your full Web Warrior team, I believe there's this Spider-Verse as well, your full Bionic Avengers team, and then you also have like an Avenger team you can throw together with Hulk, Captain America, Thor, whoever, right? Like you have lots of options for this first three nodes. And that's important. It's important to realize how easy the first couple sections will be, and we'll get into that when we talk about rewards. Okay, so yikes, this is definitely still auto. This is definitely still auto. Just basic hurt. Wow. Okay. Again, first nodes, we should kind of expect them to be easy. Even the damage output, I'm not feeling it. We are using a current rate team. Bionic Avengers. Let's give it up. Okay. I'm not gonna waste your time. We're gonna auto these nodes. Actually, let's switch the team up. We'll show what other teams are capable of. So my section is Avengers and Guardians. Okay. So let's use oh, we have Secret Avengers available here too, right? Let's go Secret Avengers, Sharon, and I don't know, Squirrel Girl. And I do think Tyler is probably going to race me to this boss node. I don't care. He can have it. I'd rather use cores on the Pimtech stuff anyway. Man, they're still in blue gear. This doesn't make any sense. They're still... Okay, now these ones are in purple gear. This doesn't make any sense. I guess they'll summon over here. Bang. 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 Okay. Very, very easy. But these are not the sections anybody's worried about. Black Panther gone. You gone. Sure. Not the section anyone's worried about. The Pimtech section people were worried about. Now, I do not have what I would consider the optimal lineup for Pimtech, but I do have a full lineup. Tyler, if you're watching and waiting for me, go for it. I'd rather not have to use the 100 cores to do this crappy boss node. I am worried about getting one-shot by some of the more dangerous minions here, but we'll see how that goes. So, again, left to right, we got Ant-Man, Ghost, Phyla-Vell, Captain Marvel, Wasp. Remember, there is no healing in the Gamma raids. I automatically played through these on 4.4 yesterday, and I did lose my Ant-Man, so we're going to try and avoid that. First things first, identify the dangerous members. The Kree Cyborg and the Hand Blade Masters are dangerous, but in this node, the Kree Royal Guard will get you stuck. So take him out as soon as possible. He gets ripped. Take out this side. They get ripped. Oh, he survived, eh? Ant-Man's going first. Ant-Man ultimate, though a little very small damage might be enough to kill him. We'll get a stun over there on that Blade Master. This will put slow on everybody. We did take out the one. And because we had offense... Oh my god, Ant-Man. Ant-Man dead? Ant-Man, stop it. You stop it with your stupid taunt that nobody can see, you son of a gun. Yes, this is why you definitely want Minerva here and not who I have. The Sorceress and the Blade... Oh, no, not the Sorceress. The Blade Masters are very dangerous. Go ahead and ult. Kill him. This will be a nice little heal for my Ant-Man. Nothing crazy. We got a Royal Guard. We got a Sorceress. We got the Cyborg. Let's try and do some damage onto this Royal Guard before it becomes a problem. He's got slow still. We'll see if we can take him out. We cannot. Is he gonna taunt or he's gonna attack, right? Let's try and basic her to death here. We got the assist from Ant-Man. That's kind of why Ant-Man, stop taunting. Stop taunting Ant-Man. Alright, here's what I'm noticing though, okay? Ant-Man is super squishy, he's trash. He's taking these hits and he's not dying, so I kind of feel like I can probably 2v5 this. I could probably 2v5 this, or even 3v5 with Ghost, Captain Marvel, and Minerva. They do enough self-healing, I think they can get through it. And Pimtech is just kind of like the tax to entry, maybe. Okay, but here we got some scary characters, and we have no cooldowns built up, so this is kind of worse. Striker Ant-Man, or sorry, Skirmisher Ant-Man is really helping me out. Okay, we got an offense down him, so let's rewind her. Okay, oh, double rewind. Thank you, Ant-Man. And now let's ultimate here. We should have targeted the Hand Archer to kill him, because Ant-Man's definitely dead here. That's fine. I think we're fine. We'll see how much more damage comes in. He's gone. We did lose our skirmisher on the team, though. Now we have 4 strikers. Yikes. Okay, assassins do a lot of damage. And so do these Reapers. Oh, God. Okay. Oh, she dodged it. Hand with the dodge. And this might be a back out. This could be a back out. You need Minerva. You need Minerva so bad. All right, hold on. We still have to do one more node. So we have to go into the next node cocked, locked, and ready to stop dodging. You stupid dodgers. Teams with dodging characters when it's instant death if they don't die is not fair, not fun. I need to save that. If I'm going to 3v5 this, I need to save some stuff here. I kind of feel like this is a back out, though. We can't kill her. We can maybe kill her. Go for the kill. We got it. We could maybe kill here. Save the special. Striker attack will get it done. All right. Let's go. You need full fire, but you can't launch a node? Please tell me that's a lie, Ambassador Al. How can that be true? Holy shit, it's true. Scopely! You're so fucking stupid! Oh my god, Scopely, you're so fucking stupid! Take the dead tunes out. Oh, no, Dorky, you're so fucking stupid! No, wait. No, Scopely, you are so fucking stupid! Oh, you fucking idiots! Now I have to edit out so many swear words because you're so stupid. Jesus Christ, you fucking greedy fucks. I used cores for this. Alright. Alright. Okay, I'm salty, but it's okay. We gotta talk about those rewards, and it might irk you to know that objectively, it still seems that doing Gamma difficulty 3.5, 30% is better than doing Gamma 4.4 100%. Very basic reason being the rewards in the Teal Elite Orb. This is your Gear Tier 17 orb. So even though if you're only doing 30%, you're only getting one of them, you are missing out, I believe, about 400 frags of the gold orb, which does suck. But the teal, if you put it into perspective, one teal piece is what, 180, right? And then 360 for 2. So gold orbs don't average 360k gold. So if you are in the realm where you're farming teal gear, especially that T17 stuff, immediately Gamma 4.5, 30% makes more sense. And look, it's the 60% should be your goal. Now, how should you do that? I'm going to pull up, I'm not doing it on Twitch. I'm going to pull up a little map that I'll have filled out. And basically, you should just stuff your lanes. So you should do the entire first section on the left and the right side. And then you should double up the Wakanda section, okay? Double up the Wakanda section, get to the mutant section. That's going to be very easy. Get to the Spider-Verse section. That's going to be very easy. And then for this beginning section here, again, double or even quadruple up if you're having problems. If you don't have Shield Brotherhood teams that can get through it all on multiple members, just power through it with one team, like with 4 people attacking one side. Get to this section here, and then you can probably spread out to be 2 and 2, using some Hydra, using some Heroes for Hire. Again, Winter Soldier is going to be very clutch here. And then, yeah, your Taskmaster, your Mercs, maybe you built them up for the War Scourge, plus against some Heroes for Hire members, you'll be fine. It will take a village to beat this boss node, though this boss node is pretty cruel. And then this section is going to be very easy. You have your X-Men, Astonishing X-Men. Here, again, very easy. Your full Wakanda team, and then you're good. So, in short, skip the Pimtech section. Skip at least a few of the shield sections, and if you need to, you can skip a couple, not a few, skip a couple of the shield sections if you need to, maybe try and keep it to 1, and then skip the 1 or 2 sections of the middle section here as well. So it's really just 3 sections suck. The rest of it, the characters make sense to bring up to Gear Tier 16 if you haven't already. Even the mutant sections, you can get by that with some of your Astonishing members. Maybe you don't have them all at Gear Tier 16. Your Unlimited members should get through a couple nodes. And you're never alone on those, except for right here. So you would have to do 1, 2 nodes. That's not hard for the Unlimited team. Don't use Sunfire Special until the 2nd node. That's all it will be. And then your Gambit, you can use Special on cooldown. That's going to rip through the enemies here. You're going to be super tanky because that Gambit passive. I don't see a problem with Unlimited. If you don't have Astonishing X-Men at 16, I don't see how Unlimited will not get through these nodes for you. I really don't. And then worst comes to worst, you have some other X-Men members that you might have. You're going to have your Deathlock. You'll have your Magneto up there. Maybe you have your Taskmaster as well. He's a mercenary too. I don't think this is going to be as bad as people think, except for those few headache sections. Like right now, I'm stuck. You know, they decided that you need to have 5 members to go in, so I can't even go in. For the Pimtech section, I really liked what Ant-Man was doing, but I think you need Minerva. And because you need at least 5 members, that does make it a lot worse for the Pimtech section. Because who the hell else is worth it, right? So I do think you want to engage with this raid. You want to do 30%. Luckily, it's done soon anyway, right? 12 days. It's not done soon anyway. We have 12 days of this nonsense. Okay. 30 or 60% while skipping your problematic lanes for the next 12 days. Alpha and Beta are going to be very easy. A lot of your Gear Tier 16 raid characters will carry you through that anyway, particularly in the Beta section. And then once we get back to Gamma, it'll be 12 days from now, and then it'll be 14. So you're going to have like a month and a half to transition from this iteration being 36% to the next iteration being 100%. And even then, maybe you want to wait till the 3rd running of Gamma. But I do think with these rewards, it makes sense to jump in there and do 30 or 60%. And it doesn't seem that bad. Stall as long as you can, though. Stall as long as you can to build your Pimtech, to build your Hydra and whatever, and see if they do a restriction change on it, or see if Pimtech gets a rework, or maybe AIM gets a rework. Though the common denominator in that bottom lane would be Shield, not AIM. Shield you can use on all 3 nodes. So if there was a rework, I could see Pimtech getting reworked, and I could see not a Shield rework, but I can see Hawkeye getting a rework. And you could have Hawkeye, Captain America, maybe Fury makes that list, maybe a couple others, whatever the case may be there. But yeah, I'd stall as much as you can while also engaging with this raid, 36%. I ranted a bunch. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye-bye. All right, so here are the easy traits that it's very obvious what you should be doing on them, and for the most part, they fill out the map. So it honestly, it shouldn't be very bad to get 60%. I know we just hit 60% already, like 1 hour into it. So are we going to get 100%? No, because of the certain problem areas that we skip nodes on. But was it worth switching from 4.4 100% to 4.5 60%? Absolutely, because of that tier lord. So these are the teams I think you want. If any node says X-Men on it, use Astonishing X-Men. If any node says Wakanda on it, use Wakanda. If any node says Spider-Verse on it, use Web Warriors. If any node says Avengers on it, that would be the first 2 sections, use Avengers. And I will add, that I would use Avengers before I would use Spider-Verse if I have the option. I think there's 2 nodes in 2 lanes that have that option. So use your Bionic Avengers before you use your Spider-Verse so that their cooldowns are fresh. And here's if you didn't build up your astonishing team, don't go back and build them up to gear tier 16. If you only have to do 1 or 2 members, you can kind of make a judgment call if you even want to bother with that. Honestly, if you have Bishop, Jubilee, and Beast done, you can just sub in some unlimited members. But let's say you have absolutely none of them done, just do your full unlimited team. You're going to get through the nodes because most likely, with sharing your lane, you're only going to need to do 2, maybe 3 nodes max. And just a little bit of strategy there would be on the first node you do, don't blow your Sunfire special. Use his ultimate so everyone gets defense down, but hold that special. And then you're going to find with the defense down and Gambit just being able to spam his special, hitting adjacent targets for huge damage, you're going to be fine. And same thing for Web Warriors. If you don't have Web Warriors built up or close to gear to 16, stop. Don't build them up. It's not going to be worth it, and you're not going to need it. We saw how easy it was to kill the enemies in the Pimtech lane, and that was with Pimtech characters, right? Like, we saw Wasp almost one-shot somebody. Well, your Underworld and your Tangled Web or your Unlimited members, they're going to hit so much harder. Even the minions from Kingpin and Mr. Negative hit super hard. Green Goblin's just there because he's part of Underworld, so you get some use out of him. But you'll be fine. So I would recommend, if you're not waiting for them to update traits or maybe reworks, to then do this Spider-Verse team. Because I think this Spider-Verse team will give you much more value than going back and doing your Web Warriors will. But there's some more problematic traits that we should focus on. These would be like the problematic traits, right? Your Kree Pim, your Shield Brotherhood, then the 2 centerpieces. And honestly, these are the only nodes that should really be that difficult. And these are the nodes that you may not want to build for. Maybe just stick to doing 60%, get your 2 teal orbs, just accept that you're going to be getting a little bit less gold fragments per day, but you can offset that by farming those new nodes. And I would recommend that, because I do think the gear tier 17 has such a strong gold value attached to it anyway, that that gold trade-off is worth it, in my opinion. Maybe not in yours because you value leveling characters more than gearing them. But if you are so inclined to level these characters without waiting for any kind of trait restrictions or reworks, these are the teams that I would suggest you use. So for Kree Pimtech, I like the team I had, but Wasp is useless. So I really like the assist from Ant-Man, but I need Minerva to be there. And if Minerva gets one shot, then it's done and we got to reset. If anyone else gets killed, she can revive them. The heals that she's doing on every enemy death, as you saw, would have actually made my Ant-Man survive. But then if she gets targeted, it's kind of ripped. So you want to definitely make her Fortifier. For the Brotherhood Shield team, I think Captain America is a no-brainer. You're going to have him on Rebirth. Maria Hill and Nick Fury, they kind of hurt to put Gear Tier 16 on. But between the 2 of them giving speed up, defense up, and so much healing, because Captain America is going to block forever, you should be able to just roll through these nodes with very little danger. And then Sabretooth and Magneto get the nod simply because Sabretooth is on a good Weapon X team, Magneto is on Death Seed team, so you're going to have to Gear Tier 16 him anyway. So that team makes sense. And if it's anything like the Bionic Avenger nodes we see, those nodes, those opening nodes, are going to be super simple. If you're doing the center lane, you can't use Brotherhood. I do suggest you do Black Widow and Hawkeye as opposed to any AIM characters. AIM characters are trash. If you want to be super cheap, do Shield Trooper because he uses absolutely no Gear Tier 16. And if that was the case, I would actually replace Black Widow since Fury's giving speed up anyway, and it's more likely Hawkeye gets a rework before Black Widow. For the Hydra Defenders, Heroes for Hire lane, I would use Zemo, Winter Soldier, Red Skull, Jessica Jones, and Shang-Chi. You're going to have so many minions here, so much healing, so much energy going around, lots of slows, lots of damage. I think you'd be fine to get through those nodes. These 2 sections are actually the sections I'd be most sketchy about because there just is no good healers. Like Iron Fist, unless you have full Heroes for Hire, Gear Tier 16, kind of busted here. I wouldn't, this section seems pretty much the hardest, but I do think with this much damage and with the Red Skull giving speed and just his minions doing so much damage, I do think you'd be fine. You'll be surprised how hard a fully built Red Skull hits for. And if you have him at Gear Tier 16, he's obviously fully built at that point. And for Mercs Heroes for Hire, we're just going to sub in 3 Mercs for our 3 Hydra members. Taskmaster, he's on that Underworld team. And if you look at the other characters from Underworld that I suggest, if you don't have Web Warriors built, then you'd have a full Underworld team. That's fantastic. You got Merc Lieutenant. He's very useful in the Death Scourge, rather, though I wouldn't build for that mode alone. He's just very cheap as well. He's a tech character. He's very cheap. Killmonger hurt to put on here. I kind of wanted to do Riot Guard because Riot Guard's pretty cheap too. But Killmonger makes the most sense. You'll have a little bit of extra variety in your Crucible if you go this route. But he's slow, so the reason he kind of got the nod over Riot Guard is because Jessica Jones will keep feeding him energy, and you might be able to use a Killmonger alt on every single node, and that'll do a lot of damage and rip people apart. And that's why Jessica Jones is getting the nod here for both these teams too. By the way, just huge energy generation from her. She's on A-Force team, so it's a good team. Shang-Chi, useful in the skill raid. He kind of speaks for himself. Great character overall. So that's what I would do for the problematic. But again, if you're not stepping foot into 4.5 right now, and your alliance isn't right now saying we're pushing for 100%, chill and wait. It's the right thing to do. That's it for the video, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure you like, share, and subscribe. Stay happy, healthy, have fun, and I'll see you in the next one.